Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, and all I do here is practice my fluency using ESL discussion materials. At the moment, my favorite website of choice is the ESLdiscussions.com website. I go by alphabetical order, so today's letter was P and the topic I chose was personality. So we have 10 questions to get through, so let's get started. Question 1. What images spring to mind when you hear the word personality? Well, I'm thinking about loud people in a room. I'm also thinking about artistically expressive people like musicians, actors, etc. I'm also thinking about the muted personalities of geeks and quiet people in general. And last but not least, I'm thinking about those feisty little kids that happen to attract all the attention in a room. I think it's so cute. Question 2. How would you describe your personality? I exhibit the qualities of both an introvert and an extrovert, but most people tend to believe that I'm actually an extrovert, which is really good for me. So I think I assess myself a bit more differently, and other people assess me in a different way, but I don't mind. I would say I'm an ambivert. Question 3. Are you happy with your personality? Yes, I think I'm very happy with my personality. I feel like because I'm an ambivert, I'm able to limit my social interactions when I feel like it's too much or when I need it. I'm a person who really enjoys reading, so that requires a bit of quiet time, so I need to kind of isolate myself to enjoy a bit of solitude for limited amounts of time because yes guys, I really love people. I love interacting with people. My personality helps me filter out whether or not I'm a personality match to the other people that I happen to meet. For example, I don't respond very well to aggressive people. I feel like it's very good to know your personality and just understand what's going on when it happens. Question 4. How has your personality changed over the years? I don't think my personality has changed at all over the years. It probably hasn't, because I feel like for us humans, our personalities tend to follow the path of least resistance. So if a person happened to change, I feel like if this person was challenged in a very aggressive way, they would kind of automatically default to the personality that best protects them, and this is their natural personality or their default personality. So I believe it's very hard for a person to change their personality, guys, but I could be wrong. For me, I don't think it has changed at all. What I like to think about what has happened to my personality is that I've been able to refine it in a especially challenging situation where I'm required to tolerate a very negative person, an aggressive person, or a loud person. I'm also able to be more respectful in situations that requires it, and I'm also able to exit toxic environments with grace. I've refined my personality to be able to participate successfully in social settings, which can be quite hard sometimes when you're not a personality match with some of the people in the room. I love to read books that talk about personality, and I listen to a lot of speakers who speak about personality so that I can better understand myself. I feel like if there are lessons that have been learned by people, there's no need for me to learn new lessons if I can read them in a book and kind of, keep these lessons with me. So I don't feel like anyone can change their personality. Question 5. What or who has helped shape your personality? My environment. I have been able to live in very different environments since I was young to what my environment is right now. So I feel like those environments and the people in those environments have contributed a lot to what my personality is today, and I'm very grateful because it's been a very positive experience. Like I mentioned, I also read a lot of books about personality because I want to greatly understand myself, and I want to prepare myself for those uncertain or unforeseen circumstances that kind of challenge you. I feel like that's a very positive thing. I've also been a very ambitious person, and I feel like my ambition has helped me become who I need to be, especially when it comes to like how hard I need to work, who I need to speak to, how I need to be speaking, for example. I feel like it has greatly contributed to who I am today. So yeah, shout out to my ambition until now. Question 6. What of your personality traits do you like the most? I guess the question was, which of your personality traits do you like the most? Well, I like that I'm a very, very respectful person. And I feel like this has the consequence of making me a great listener. So I've met some people who are always like really anxious to speak, and they tend to interject and cut people off. For me, I'm not able to do this because I'm very, very respectful, especially when it comes to strangers. I am able to accommodate them because I understand a lot of people who you meet in your day-to-day, these people have not been invited to express their opinions, and if they find a listening ear, they want to just go at it and keep talking. So I feel like I'm able to afford them the grace of like listening to them and listening to their perspective without cutting them off. I'm also very, very patient and, allowing them to speak, and I feel like this is because I'm also a writer and I express myself very well through writing. I'm able to dump my thoughts on a piece of paper, which I feel prepares me very well in social settings where I need to be a great listener. So I feel like that's a very, very positive experience for me. I'm a very respectful person, and that's what I like about myself the most. Question 7. Can a person have no personality? Absolutely not. I feel like all people have a personality actually. When other people who probably don't know us compare us to people who they know, and they have these expectations of us of how we're supposed to react to whatever they're doing or saying to us, that robs us of our personalities, and that is not a fault of our own. I feel like these expectations that people put on others rob people of their personalities. I feel like when people tell you that you have no personality, they would be saying that as an insult, as opposed to that being an objective assessment of what your personality is supposed to be. So for me, I believe that everybody has a personality to share with the world. Question 8. What is the most attractive personality traits a person can have? Well, I feel like happy people are the most attractive, because if you think about like a new environment and how people begin to interact, people go to introduce themselves to the kindest face in the room. Also, like in these new environments, if you needed help, you'll also tend to approach the kindest in the place. So these people tend to look very bright in the face. They're always smiling. They tend to be the least harmless in most environments. They're very easy to get along with. They're easily very helpful people. They want the best for you. They want the best outcomes. And I feel like they're also preferred for customer service jobs. Happy people just make the world go round. And I just want to take this opportunity to shout out all the happy people in the world. Guys, thank you so much for making this world a much more bearable place to be. Question 9. Is your true personality always on show, or do you hide parts of it? Well, as an adult, I feel like we have the privilege and the freedom to be who we are. This is a privilege that is only afforded to adults, because I feel like our personalities are a very reliable filter in the world. It can help protect us from very negative people, and it can help us form the best relationships in our world, relationships that are very healthy as well. And I feel like, especially when it comes to forming relationships, putting your personality forward helps you to match up with the personalities that are the greatest for you, that don't challenge you too much in very negative ways. I'm also a very lazy person. I don't like to work hard performing for people who don't like me, who don't prefer me, who have decided that I'm not a person who's worth their time, for example, or something like that, or a person who's not worth their friendship. So for me, I just rely heavily on my personality as a filter, and I'm able to fully trust it 100% to bring to me people that are a match to mine. Question 10. What are the personality differences between you and other family members? Well, between me and my family members, I feel like we are very, very similar people. We get along wonderfully. We get each other. When someone needs to take time out, we know. So it's been a very, very positive experience. And I feel like I'm very, very lucky to have my family. Of course, we had some things to hash out when we were growing up with my siblings, navigating the limited attention of our parents. They had things to do as well. But as we've grown up to become adults, we are the best personality match there ever was. I can depend on them very, very heavily, and we have the best time when we get together. So more than any differences that I want to point out, I just want to highlight how similar we all are and how great of a time we have together. Alright guys, so that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know if you would have answered these questions any differently down in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care guys.